Hello students, this is Mrs. Miller, and this week we are going to be working together to solve some Perplexors. The purpose of the Perplexors is to develop our critical thinking abilities. You're going to notice that as you solve the Perplexors, you're going to be able to think through things as you are reading, and also this is going to help with your reasoning abilities in math as well. This first Perplexor we are going to do together. If you already feel comfortable with the Perplexors, you do not have to solve this one with me. You can go ahead and just do it on your own. That is completely up to you. This is Perplexor number 15, and here we go. First, I'm going to read the story. It says, 5 children named Larry, Lola, Lonnie, Lois, and Lothar were on 5 different teams at school. They were on the swimming team, baseball team, soccer team, basketball team, and ice hockey team. Their uniforms were red, pink, yellow, blue, and purple. All of the teams had mascots, which were an otter, a goat, a horse, a parrot, and a chicken. Based on the clues, match the children with their teams, their uniform colors, and their team mascots. So the clues are over here. We're going to be using the process of elimination to reason through and figure out which team they played on, what their team color was, and what their mascot was. Okay? Here we go. Clue number 1. Larry and Lonnie did not like water in any form. So I'm going to find Larry, and I'm going to find any sport that has something to do with water in any form. Right off the bat, I see swimming, so I'm going to eliminate swimming. And I see ice hockey, which is water. That's a form of water. It's frozen. It's a solid, but it's still a form of water. So that was for Larry, and I'm going to do the same thing for Lonnie. I'm going to cross off swimming and ice hockey. Okay? Now I finished that clue, so I'm going to just check it off just like that. Alright, let me move this a little bit closer for you. There we go. Clue number 2. Lewis and Lothar's team had mascots that had no feathers. Okay, so that means if their mascot didn't have any feathers, that means that they couldn't possibly have had the chicken or the parrot, because chickens and parrots both have feathers. So let's go to Lewis, and we're going to cross off, here's Lewis right here. We're going to cross off parrot and chicken. And then we're going to do the same thing for Lothar. We're going to cross off parrot and chicken. Okay. Let's cross off that clue because we're finished with it. Next clue says this. The team with the red uniforms had a chicken for a mascot. Well, I don't know which team had the red uniforms or which team had a chicken, but I do know that neither Lewis nor Lothar have a chicken because a chicken has feathers, so I'm going to eliminate the color red for their uniform color. Okay, you see how I'm using the process of elimination? I'm just using reasoning to figure out who had what. I'm going to circle this clue because I'll need to come back to it later. Okay, next one. The baseball team took turns writing their mascot. The baseball team took turns writing their mascot. Well, I don't see anywhere yet where I can figure out who had baseball or who didn't have baseball and who had a mascot that they could ride, so I'm going to circle that clue because I'll need to come back to it. Okay? Next clue says this. Lola and Lothar participated in sports that did not use a ball. So Lola, I'm going to start with Lola. She participated in a sport that did not use a ball, so I'm going to eliminate all of the sports here that use a ball. Baseball, soccer, and basketball. Those all use a ball, so I'm going to eliminate those, and I'm going to do the same thing for Lothar. Baseball, soccer, and basketball. Now, I need to think through this a little bit. Stay with me now. Since swimming and ice hockey are the only two that are left for Lothar and Lola, I now know that Lois could not have had swimming or ice hockey because that has to be reserved for either Lola or Lothar. So I'm going to cross off swimming and ice hockey under Lewis. Okay. I also want to go back and look at this clue number 3. It said the team with red uniforms had a chicken for a mascot. Well, I don't have anything else yet for that, so let's go back to team number 4. The baseball team took turns riding their mascot. Well, Lola didn't have she didn't have baseball, so I know that she didn't have a mascot to ride, so I know that she did not have the horse. So I'm going to eliminate the horse. Okay. The same thing for Lothar. Lothar did not have baseball because we've already eliminated that, and so he didn't have the horse, so we can take out horse there. Alright, I'm still going to leave those circled because I'm going to come back and revisit those 2 clues. I'm going to pause here and we'll pick this back up with the second video. Okay.